What's up, guys? It's Ravage here. Ignore the fan. It's kind of warm in here, and I feel like I should turn the fan on. And this is on low. Honestly, this shit is on low, and this shit sounds loud. I know I said I was gonna upload last week Friday, but I didn't because I did say I was gonna make a video with my friend, but he was busy. Hopefully, you guys are okay with that miss upload. But today, I'm gonna bring you a reaction video. Today I'm gonna just relax. I don't want to stress over a damn game. I've been stressing over games already. But today we're gonna be reacting to 5 creepiest Ouija board stories. Honestly, guys, don't ever play with this. Straight up, I believe in this shit. Honestly, some of you guys would, some of you guys won't, but I believe in this. It's just something you don't fool around with. Never fool around with things like this or anything. And I'm just giving you a heads up. If you guys ever thought of playing with this or plan to play with this, trust me, guys, please don't. You're just gonna ruin your life. But let's get started. This credit goes to Top 5s. He made this. Subscribe to this guy. He works hard. He has 2.2 million subscribers. And I just give him credit, I guess. I'm gonna leave the link down in the description. Just click it, go to his channel, check all his videos out if you want to. If you're bored, you get so into it, you want to watch more, ignore that. I think that's my friend, and yes, it is. Anyways, let's get started, and let's just get creeped out, I guess.
Let's start with Angela Jackson, a mum of 2 who had a terrifying encounter after playing with an Ouija board. She had always been interested in paranormal things and always wanted to try an Ouija board, but during a clairvoyant show, Angela's dad, who had passed away 20 years ago, apparently came through and told Angela that he knew she was thinking about trying one and told her not to do so, as no good would come from it. One night, Angela's neighbours invited her over for drinks, and it wasn't before long they brought out a makeshift Ouija board and, despite her dad's warning, started using it. They all placed their fingers lightly on an upturned whiskey glass they'd placed on the board, and it began to pull in every direction. Robert, who was taking part, asked, "Who is it you want to speak to?" And the glass spelled out Angela. Then, all of a sudden, it spelled out die. The Ouija board then said, "I was murdered, just like you're going to be." Angela then asked, "Who are you?" And the glass quickly spelled out Satan. She then screamed, "I'm not scared," moments before the tumbler flew off the table and smashed into the wall. At the same time, the living room door slammed shut on its own. Shortly after the event, Angela woke up screaming and sweating from a terrible nightmare. She dreamt she was being attacked by a male apparition carrying a hammer. When walking to a friend's house, she heard a voice say die, and as she turned, there was a man emerging from the shadows wielding a claw hammer. She screamed as he attacked her with the weapon. After the attack, Angela made a recovery after suffering a fractured skull, and to this day there is no trace of her attacker and no reason why he attacked her in the first place. Angela strongly believes it is linked to a Ouija board session and said if she had have listened to her dad's warning, maybe none of this would have happened. Jessica and her best friends decided to try an Ouija board one night as they didn't think it was going to work. They made a makeshift board using some paper and used a regular drinking glass as a pointer. At first nothing much happened, but eventually the pointer started moving.
Why would you make a Ouija board? Honestly, who would be dumb enough to just say like, "Oh, I'm gonna try this just because I don't believe it works"? What if it does? You pretty much just fucked your whole life. Like, honestly, like, what the fuck? Who would be dumb to just make it? Honestly, I was this close to making one before. Honestly, I was so close just to see. I was only a little kid, honestly. I was actually a little kid. I was so close. I was trying it with my cousin. Me and my cousin tried a plan to do one. I am so happy that we didn't. Like, honestly, I would have just fucked my whole life, right? Like, oh, thank God.
Extremely fast, and they could hardly keep their fingers on it. It started spelling out names and words without them even asking questions. It spelled out the words murder and lust, and soon after, Jessica decided to stop the session as they were by now getting freaked out. After that, everything went back to normal, but Jessica started waking up at 3 AM every night with an unexplained feeling of dread, which had never happened before. One night, whilst walking up the road, Jessica and her friend claimed they saw a black figure of a man leaning on a fence staring at them outside what was the haunted house of their neighbourhood. That very night, Jessica woke up to the feeling of being pinned face down on her bed by what felt like a strong man. She was unable to move or scream and swears he muttered something in her ear, but she doesn't know what is said. A few days after the event, her grandma, who claims to be very perceptive to the paranormal, came in and said she and Jessica's mum felt there was a presence in the house. As they were discussing this feeling of dark in their home, Jessica began to get the same dreadful feelings she had been having every night since the Ouija board session, but this time it was getting worse. She said she felt as though she was being pulled into a tunnel further and further away from the room she was in. When Jessica tried to tell her mum she didn't feel right, she couldn't talk or move, and felt as though something was trying to control her. She finally managed to scream, "There's something wrong with me," but the next thing she knew, her sister was beside her hugging her, and she was crying and shaking uncontrollably. They immediately got a priest in to bless the house, and while he was doing so, all the pipes in the house made a huge screaming noise.
What?
After he had blessed the house,
What?
everything went back to normal. Jessica believes the Ouija board stirred up something dark that cannot be explained.
People are
Now, this is an
stupid,
unusual
dude.
story, but in 1935, Mrs. Neele Hurd was dabbling with an Ouija board in her Kansas City home. Now, it's unsure why she started using it, but nonetheless, when she started playing, the spirit
Wait,
she was
you see
apparently
that?
communicating
This nigga
with
tattooed
was
the
telling her some
fucking-
dark secrets about her
What?
77-year-old husband,
Oh my
Herbert.
God.
It told her that Herbert was having an affair with the wife of their neighbor, and that he had $15,000 worth of cash buried nearby. Nellie began using the Ouija board frequently and was convinced by it that her husband was having the affair. The spirit told her that she must torture him in order to find the truth. Needless to say, she hit Herbert over the head with a gun and tied his hands and feet to the bed. She beat him unmercifully with a knotted rope, seared him with a hot iron and poked him with a knife, all whilst
What?
demanding he revealed the treasure. Eventually, he made a false confession and told her he was having an affair, and he had dug up the money and given it to the other woman. Despite this, the Ouija board kept telling her to torture poor Herbert,
shit.
and in desperation, he took one of her pistols and shot her dead. Now, many paranormal believers say that a dark demon was tricking Mrs. Hurd into torturing her innocent husband, and would have likely told her to kill him if he hadn't have managed to kill her first. Now, as always, I've saved the best for last, and when it comes to Ouija board stories, it doesn't get much scarier than the Roland Doe case. Roland's case was actually the inspiration behind the Exorcist movie, and it all started with Roland's auntie, who was an avid Ouija board user and encouraged him to use it,
What?
but he never got around to doing so until his aunt died in the late 1940s, when Roland was just 13. He began using the Ouija board in an attempt to contact her, an act which was said to open the doors for the demon who wished to possess him. The possession started with strange sounds like dripping water that no one could place. Eventually, religious artifacts began to quake and fly off the walls, and unexplained footsteps and scratching noises could be heard around Roland's family home. But if scratches on the walls wasn't bad enough, they began to appear on the boy's body,
no.
including words that seemed to have been carved into his flesh by unseen claws. His family could take no more and contacted
I'm
Reverend
shook.
Luther Schultz.
I'm shook.
Reverend Schultz put the boy in for medical and psychiatric tests to try and find out if Roland was suffering from any medical conditions.
Oh man, that last one was crazy. That shit is crazy. Don't attempt playing these games. Trust me, don't. Just please don't. This is too much for me to even handle. I am glad that I never tried playing this game, even though I was close to. I'm glad that I didn't have too bad of experience when I was living in a haunted apartment. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you guys want me to do another reaction of something creepy or crazy, leave a like. 10 likes, I'll do another reaction video of these creepy things. I don't know, haunted experiences, or I don't know, anything. Just give me suggestions what you want me to react to, or anything. I just don't know. But I know some of you guys do believe in this stuff, some of you don't, but the people that don't even try to attempt this, because these things could really happen. Trust me, you might not think so, but just trust me, don't even attempt it. Thank God I didn't even attempt that type of situation. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, all that good shit. You know, subscribe. I don't know. Like I said, leave a like and I'll do another one. And yeah, that's been it, guys. See you guys later. I forgot to mention while I was editing this video, the World War II beta is gonna come out in 10 days, and I saw the World War II multiplayer beta. It looks great, it looks crazy. I'm excited. I hope you guys are more excited than I am, and you're just gonna see me hitting clips or whatever. But it's in 10 days, guys. I'm gonna upload for those 2 weekends. It's gonna be one weekend for PS4 and the other weekend for Xbox and PS4. So hope you guys are ready. I'm excited. It's gonna be great for Call of Duty this year, and I'm just excited. But yeah, I hate making videos longer because it takes longer to render, and I'm gonna just stop talking and then yeah, peace out.